So I had an NBC News reporter reach out to me about a video I made about the cost of childcare. Even families who are making what's considered a decent income aren't able to actually pay for daycare. There were lower income families that were getting help during the pandemic with childcare costs. That's gone away. So they're struggling. Then on top of that, you have people who are more like middle class. And what I am seeing is with the cost of childcare in our area, if I were to send my child to daycare full time so that I could go get maybe a higher paying job, a more like stable job outside of the house, I would only be making enough to pay for childcare. That is how much it costs per hour. Not that they don't deserve to be paid for their time. They're like taking care of my child, keeping him alive and well. There's no sense in it. I might as well stay home. My job would only cover the cost of childcare. I would only be going to a job, spending money on gas, getting ready, doing all these things just to go to work and spend all day away from my child just to pay for me to be away from my child. I see a lot of people running into this issue, but a lot of them don't work from home like I do. A lot of them work at jobs that they have to drive to, and they have to go to this and they have to do it to support their children. Like having to scramble and find, I actually had a friend who was scrambling to find a babysitter and just found somebody like on Craigslist, found out that they were just like a really shady, scary person. And so it's like the person they were able to afford was not the best care that they were going to get for their child, which is scary. It's hard enough. If you don't know, it is really hard as a mother to leave your child with someone else. It doesn't matter if you love them or trust them. It is just hard. It's hard being away from them. There's a huge lack of empathy around this too. A lot of people saying, well, if you're poor, don't have kids. Things happen. We both were working outside of the home, making really good money. And when I was pregnant, I got let go from my job. I had just gotten like a glowing annual review. I got a bonus, and then they found out I was pregnant and they let me go. Even if somebody's not in that situation, it's not okay to blame them. Things happen. We had a surprise baby. Those happen. So yeah, it's just because someone is lower income and wants to have children or decides to have children, it's not something to be unkind about or cruel about or have zero empathy about, especially because our country pushes women of all financial circumstances to have children. But then after the children are here, they don't support us with postpartum care, with paying for childcare, any of that stuff. There's no village.